Thank you, Lauren. And congratulations to all of our graduates. Through the work that I've seen this year and now at Grad Show, I've witnessed the highest levels of creativity and problem solving and levels of resilience unparalleled. We're just so proud of you. ArtCenter, it can sometimes get easy to become lost in a world of excellence where everyone seems to be at or above the top of their games. The rest of the world might recognize leaders who do their job. Typical of ArtCenter, we have come to expect even more. Every semester, the Center for Student Experience organizes a committee that represents the diverse perspectives of our creative community of faculty, staff, and students to recognize one individual in the graduating class who exemplifies a particular definition of leadership. And that definition of leadership is this: a student who has given back to the community and added value to the educational experience at ArtCenter by working in relationship with others. As the world in 2020 has grown to be so reliant on remote connections, it has become even more important to recognize this power in leadership by way of relationships with others. Multiple nominators recognize this semester's leader for excelling beyond the traditional accepted concept of leadership. They praised her for going out of her way to be helpful in various experiences in Los Angeles and in classwork that even took her to Portland, Oregon. They took notice of her commitment to doing good work and doing good things, even beyond her formal titled student worker jobs in ArtCenter student government and as orientation leader and as a student club leader. They praised her consistency to deliver when she offers assistance and her keen sense of intellect balanced with a generous heart. They spoke of her willingness to constantly learn from others and teach and inspire others. They described how she recognized the complexity of personal identities and advocated for greater inclusion of all others into both work groups and social circles. Creative and curious problem solvers are all around us at ArtCenter, but people who live and breathe as genuine catalysts for change in themselves, in others, and in the world are a rare gift, deserving of special honor and recognition. It is my honor to present the Fall 2020 Student Leadership Award to this impressive designer of positive change, graduating today with a Bachelor of Fine Art degree in graphic design, Abigail Dergazarian. Congratulations, Abigail.
Thank you so much, Provost Hoffman. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, President Buckman, my chair, Sean Adams, my teachers, my peers, and the ArtCenter community for uplifting me and making it so hard to close the page on this final chapter. My education was enriched by those around me, and I feel very lucky to have learned at such an amazing school. I also want to thank my family, especially my parents and grandparents. Your support is everything, and I am blessed beyond measure to be a part of a family like ours. My name is Abigail Dergazarian, and my uphill battle, both figuratively and quite literally, to the monolith on Leda Street really was birthed from my love of thought, specifically deep thinking, asking the whys and the hows. Growing up, curiosity was my dearest companion and most trusted confidant. I could always rely on my observations of the world to spark a snowball of questions and thoughts that would eventually lead me to a place of deep exploration, growth, and empathy. Design appealed to me because of this. What starts as a primarily intellectual process eventually becomes a way to create innovation and derive new meaning. This is more or less the basis of the creative process, and I have been very fortunate to have attended a college that facilitates creativity in all of its different and beautiful permutations. I'm lucky to have surrounded myself with peers who think in this way and challenge not only myself, but society as a whole to be better through their work. That network of designers is so strong that when thinking about this award, it made me feel lukewarm about the very individualistic term leader. My hesitance lies in not wishing to discount that network's impact or the term leader itself, but rather reshift the focus to this. I've been very fortunate to have worked alongside people who have shared their creativity in order to help me grow. Without the ArtCenter community pushing me to be better, I would not have been able to evolve and form traits of a leader. and a designer. Community has been the main thing that's been running, the main current that's been running through my time at ArtCenter. It can be really hard forming friendships anywhere, and I think we at Zoom University certainly know this firsthand. ArtCenter specifically can be rigorous, and that scholastic pressure, while definitely promoting growth, can have adverse side effects. It's all-consuming, and it requires a degree of social sacrifice that at times can verge on intense. Early on, I saw the importance of talking to people, hearing them, relying on shared experiences to round out my time at ArtCenter. I joined ArtCenter Student Government and served as the graphic design representative. Out of all of my time at ArtCenter, I hold that experience closest to my heart. It granted me the opportunity to work with a group of peers whose principles aligned with my own and enrich them. A group of creatives who had a willingness to listen, to collaborate, and to approach issues with an awareness and a sensitivity that always put others first. It's a job that requires a huge amount of empathy. And if 2020 has taught us anything, it's that we do not exist in a vacuum. The realities that humans face on any given day are vastly different, and the lives we live are infinitely unique. This year has forced us to sit with that fact, that everyone's day-to-day is different, some good and some bad. And we have to listen when someone tells us something that might differ from our own experience. We have to learn and support and recognize those differences. And we have to listen, full stop, and then act if needed. To me, this is what being an ally is all about. Allyship is a love language, and it says, I'm here with you and I'm listening. And I'll learn and I'll unlearn, and I will do the work and I'll stand in solidarity. As designers, I feel we're at a crossroad when facing the future. We not only can listen, but we can give the gift of being able to turn that knowledge into something tangible. We can use our skills to uplift, educate, and correct. I think I've loved ArtCenter so much because I've seen that effort embodied in the peers around me. It reminds me of a quote from one of my class lectures that goes, "The designer must shift from being a performer to being a conductor of tasks, effectively orchestrating change." How cool is it that we have that challenge to not only perform as creatives, but create change as creatives? We get to take ideas and use them as signifiers to show us where we need to go to work. I hope that my time at ArtCenter has helped with progress, even if just a little bit. I believe that we have a tremendous responsibility as creatives to envision a better world. And then we have to put in the effort towards making it a reality. I'm going to end with a quote from one of my favorite graphic designers, Milton Glaser. It goes, "Being a designer is also about being a good citizen. What does it mean to be a good citizen? It means caring about what's going on and taking a role." With that, class of 2020, you have your marching orders, but I really feel you don't need them. I'm so excited to see what we'll all do next. ArtCenter, you've meant the world to me, and I will miss you very, very much. Thank you again. God bless.
Thank you, Abigail, and congratulations. Beautifully said, and absolutely, you have meant the world to ArtCenter as well.